Yo, what is going on, boys? It is Maze and I'm back with another YouTube video today. And today I'm going to be doing a little game preview for the Cowboys and the Seahawks coming up this Sunday. It is the game of the week, technically the game of the week, and I can see why, honestly. I mean, the Cowboys haven't been performing the exact way that we would have hoped to have been performing. The Seahawks have been doing really good. I'm pretty sure they are actually at the top of the power rankings in the NFL right now. They might be either like first or second. Pretty sure they're up there though. So we are not favored to win this game whatsoever. The Seahawks are actually heavily favored. And I know a 60-40 stretch isn't that much of a favor, I guess, technically, but I feel like that's kind of low for us. I feel like this game's gonna be a lot closer than people actually expect it to be. See, I don't know. I'm just gonna go over what I think we need to do to actually win this game. But before I get started in this video, make sure to drop a sub down below on the channel. I'm going to be doing a lot more Cowboys news in the future. I do drop Madden videos every now and then, but I do enjoy doing these videos as well. So if you guys like seeing these, also drop a comment down below and let me know how you feel. Also drop a like. It does help my channel a lot. I usually do reactions on these games afterwards, the day after, so if you guys want to check out those videos as well, I appreciate it. And also make sure to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/MazeGC. We usually do a lot of stuff over there, talk some football, play some Madden every now and then. Appreciate it, boys. But anyways, this is just a little game preview of what's coming this week, 4:25 p.m. this Sunday for Eastern Standard Time. So like I said, Seattle does have a huge advantage right now, technically, over the Cowboys. The Seahawks are 2-0. We are 1-1. We did win and lose very close games. The spread for us is plus 4.5. So essentially, they're talking that they're going to win by more than a field goal. In this game, I feel like there's a good chance that we reach the over. I'm not going to lie. I feel like our defense just isn't really that great, but I feel like we can still put up a lot of points no matter what defense we face. One of the first things I do want to go over is the injury report. Obviously, there's Leighton Vander Esch and Sean Lee are out. They're probably not playing for a little bit. But Tyron Smith is still questionable. Cheeto, I'm pretty sure, is not going to play in the game. And now that Trayvon Diggs came up, I think it's a shoulder injury. He came up and he did not practice today. So I'm really hoping, or he didn't practice yesterday, I should say. I'm really hoping that he can still play, because if we don't, then we are really thin on corner. I know we still have Brandon Carr stashed, but I don't really want to make him, one of our starters for a game. That wouldn't be too good. And DeMarcus Lawrence is also questionable. I'm pretty sure he has a knee injury. I'm assuming Diggs and D-Law are still going to end up playing in this game, but I just know that they are kind of, they are still hurt. Tyron Smith, I feel like we really do need back, especially with that Seahawks defense. No matter who they have out there, their coverage is good enough to where we can kind of, give up some coverage sacks. And I feel like you guys saw last week how our tackles didn't really play the game we wanted them to play. I think they held their own for the most part, but I do think they gave up a lot of pressures. And then the Seahawks, they have their players, Jarron Reed and Quinton Dunbar. They are kind of big ones. I know Quinton Dunbar, they're really going to need back. He actually has been playing pretty solid. We'll see what happens with these injuries, but I'm just really hoping that we can get Trayvon Diggs and D-Law. Tyron Smith would be really nice, but, I'd rather him rest as much as possible, because I feel like he's been getting hurt a lot. It's kind of later on in his career. But one thing I actually did notice, I mean, I'm not saying, this means anything really. Of course, stats aren't a big deal. We do have more total yards and we do have less yards allowed. I can understand why this makes sense, because in the Falcons game, we had super low yards allowed just because of the fact that they didn't really have to drive the field. We fumbled friggin' 3 times. And then we have more total yards because we actually had to come back and score 40 points. So I feel like these numbers are kind of skewed. I wouldn't really pay attention to these that much. And then also, as you know, the Seahawks did beat Atlanta 38-25 as we just scraped out from Atlanta. So just after going over the stats and how I'm feeling about the game, it would be kind of tough depending on what happens. I know Jamal Adams is kind of a big playmaker. Of course, he was supposed to be on our team. As some fellow Cowboys fans know, you guys know that he should have been on our team, but we didn't get it done. And we didn't get Earl Thomas either, so I really don't know what we're waiting on. I think this is probably going to be one of our tougher games of the season. I mean, I think we turned over the ball way too much in the first game, and Dak has no interceptions. I think Dak isn't really the reason. I just think we have been fumbling too much. So I think, as long as we just get rid of the fumbles, all we need to do is feed Zeke this game. And I know everyone will say, oh, you can just do that every game. There are a lot of games where Dak needs to step up and do his own thing. But I feel like in this game, we need to feed Zeke. We need to give Zeke the ball a lot. Because the thing about, I just don't want Russell Wilson to have the ball in his hands. Russell Wilson has 9 touchdowns on the year in 2 games. That's just ridiculous. I'd be surprised if he doesn't win MVP this year. I think he fully deserves it. I know it's only been 2 games, but no matter what, Russell Wilson has deserved MVP for about 3 years now. As long as we can get Trayvon Diggs back to at least maybe do something against DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, Jordan Lewis will probably have to shadow on Tyler Lockett most of the game, I would assume, just because of the fact that Jordan Lewis is kind of speedy, Tyler Lockett kind of speedy, kind of makes sense. Trayvon Diggs, I think, might get like destroyed by DK Metcalf just because he kind of is a smaller, you know, not so amazingly strong type of player against DK Metcalf, who's big body, you know what I mean, huge, big boy. So I think we need to destroy the time of possession in this game. If we can't do that, then it's going to be really tough for us to win this game. If Russell Wilson has the ball in his hands for most of the game, then I just can't really see us doing that much. I know that the Seahawks are going to put up a lot of points. I can see it now. I know what's going to happen. That's why the over-under is kind of as high as it is. I feel like we'll still hit the over just because, like I said, I think my first impression of the game, I think Seattle is going to come out and probably get a lead, a little bit of a lead, probably 7-0, 10-0, and we're gonna have to play comeback. But once we do come back, I think later on in the game, I think this game's gonna come down to like a field goal. I'm not gonna lie. I would take the Cowboys, not because of bias, but I would take the Cowboys with the 4.5 spread. I do think we can win this game very well. Like I said, if we destroy time of possession, I don't even think that Dak needs to have a crazy game. I just think we need to destroy time of possession. So this is actually the last game that we played the Seahawks in. It was a playoff game, and I know the two teams are completely different. I'm not comparing this game to this game. You know, I'm not comparing the two games whatsoever. But as you can see, even in this game, I know they have better players now. They have DK Metcalf, they have, you know, Jamal Adams. Our team is kind of the same, a little bit better, I would suggest, but we do have a lot of injuries. But as you can even see, Ezekiel Elliott had more carries than Dak had completions. I think that is what we need to do. Dak didn't even have that crazy of a game, and I think it's going to be the same story this year. I think we need to give Zeke the ball as much as possible. I don't think Seattle's corners can really take our receivers, but I still feel that they're going to be anticipating the passing game so much because they think that, you know, our wide receivers are so good that we can actually sneak under and give Zeke about, you know, 25 carries. And I feel like we need to. I think Zeke needs about 25 carries in this game if we are going to win this game. I know these are two different teams now, and I know we only slipped out of this one last time. If we give the ball to Zeke 25 times or more, we will win this game. And if we don't give him 25 times, I just can't see us winning this game. I'm not going to lie. Amari Cooper actually did have 106 the last game as well. He played a pretty solid game. You can even see in this last game as well, we dominated time of possession. We had 10 more minutes time of possession. We had more first downs. I just don't really know. I think that's the only way we're going to get it done because we already know that Seattle probably isn't going to turn over the ball. But yes, so we need to destroy time of possession, but we also do know that this is at CenturyLink Field. Of course, we do know this. But another thing is that there are no fans this time around. No fans, okay? No fans allowed in that field. COVID coming in to save the day. I think that actually does give us a good chance of winning this game as well because we all know CenturyLink Field has some of the best fans in the NFL. You know, that stadium is insanely loud. Every single time I watch a game, you can just hear it. It's like usually you don't hear a stadium like that while you're actually watching a game, but you really hear it. With no fans, that does give us a good advantage of at least having an even home playing field. I know obviously we're not at home, but I still think it does give us a good some kind of advantage that they do not have the fans to help them out. But yeah, I think we can very much stop their run game. I think we have a good enough defense to stop their run game. I truly do. I think Russell Wilson might go for about 300 yards. He might have a couple touchdowns as well. I think Russell Wilson will probably have a solid game. All we got to do is feed Zeke. That's all we got to do. Feed Zeke, feed Zeke, feed Zeke. Even give Tony Pollard some carries. Might as well. I think it's going to be a very ground and pound type of game. The only way I can see it really being a super high scoring game is if we play from behind, which, like I said, I think is going to happen. But if we don't play from behind, I think we actually do hit the under in this game. Because like I said, when we do have time of possession, we do have a good chance of not scoring a ton of points, but we do have the ball for most of the game, which is what we need. Even a low scoring game is completely fine, but I do see the Seahawks coming out and dropping at least one bomb over the top. We have way too many injuries in our secondary. I just don't think we have enough, matchups that are really going our way in this game. But with how we played last week, we know once we get Leighton Vander Esch, Sean Lee, Cheeto back, all these players for our defense, even though our defense is pretty poor right now, if we have all those players back for, in at least a few weeks, that'd be super nice. La'el Collins and Tyron Smith are supposed to be coming back too. So with all of these players coming back, I really think that we have a good team going into, you know, at least mid-season. Once we do get some of those players back, I think we have a good chance of winning this game, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it came down to like a field goal and they come around and win this game, Seattle themselves. My score prediction on this game would probably be 27-24 in the Cowboys' favor. In the Cowboys' favor. I gotta give it to the boys, man. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to bet against my own team. 27-24 Dallas Cowboys. I'll take it here right now. But it could go the other way. It could be 27-24 Seattle. I would not be surprised whatsoever. I think it's going to be a really good game. I'm really excited to actually go and watch this game. I can't wait to. Whatever your thought process is, if you are a Cowboys fan or even a Seattle Seahawks fan, drop a comment down below. I want to hear what you guys are talking about. I really love to talk football as well. But yeah, guys, I would take the Cowboys with a spread no matter what happens. I truly think the Cowboys plus 4.5 just isn't going to happen. I think it's going to come down to at least a field goal in this game. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy, please drop a sub down below. We'll get more of this content in the future and my reactions to the games. I might do weekly picks as well for every game, so I guess we can see then. And also drop a like down below if you did enjoy it. Thank you so much. Love y'all. Go Cowboys and peace.